If you love daffodils, you probably know about King Alfred's. It's the most famous daffodil in America. In spring, you see them everywhere. Except you don't. What you're seeing along the roadways, all the yellow daffodils, is probably not King Alfred. It hasn't been produced in quantity since the 1930s. King Alfred was a big hit when it was introduced in the 1890s. King Alfred was one of England's first Anglo-Saxon kings, King Alfred the Great. Alfred the daffodil was also great. It was the gold standard. A big tall yellow daff with a long yellow trumpet. Probably the varieties you see now are varieties like Dutch Master, Rheinfeld's Early Sensation, Marika, or Golden Harvest. Those are varieties that are actually better than King Alfred. They've been hybridized, but in the past people would say, oh, that they would label the varieties King Alfred type, but they would probably put in the varieties I just mentioned as King Alfred. I suppose part of the problem in the United States was old-time Dutch bulb salesmen like my father who figured the customer is always right. Americans kept asking for King Alfred, so in America and nowhere else, most yellow trumpets were sold under the name Americans wanted to hear. Well, today there's really only one grower of King Alfred in the Netherlands, in Lisse, Holland, and that's Eric Braid. He also curates one of the largest heirloom tulip collections in the world. He produces maybe a total of 400 bulbs per year in a little small row. Eric Braid was here recently and he came to visit the 15 true King Alfred bulbs we have now flowering in the garden. Okay, so I'm at the Colorblends display garden with Eric Braid, who's shooting some pictures of the daffodil, the true daffodil King Alfred. So Eric, you're with this little stock of 15 bulbs of true King Alfred. So why do you continue to grow this small collection?
Together with my father, I have a hobby collection of old varieties of daffodils and tulips. It's like a living museum. We try to preserve the old varieties because they are charming, and also to be used for breeding, for hybridizing, to make new varieties. King Alfred is a very good grower. He used to be a good grower. It naturalizes well. They come back for many, many years. Sometimes you find them on old estates or old farm areas. It's a small flower, but it's elegant. And the new varieties are more robust.
So show us the flower of Marika, and what would make a flower of Marika, if you can come over and just grab one of the flowers of Marika and say what makes it so nice.
What makes it so nice is it's up-facing, yeah, like you can see here. Beautiful star-shaped petals, big trumpet. It's there.
And it almost looks like almost like the petals are actually thicker. Everything is thicker and
more substance.
That's
what we need. They hold longer in warm climate.
Okay. We placed this gravestone here in the garden in memory of King Alfred, but these days there's many fantastic yellow trumpets for the garden, varieties like Marika with this big giant nose, or varieties like Rheinfeld's Early Sensation, which starts very early and lasts a long time in the garden.